Fashion bosses, good to be with you once again. So like you already know, my name remains Faith Abraham, Creative Director, Fashion Boss Innovations Academy. In today's class, we'll be learning how to make a mermaid skirt. Actually, I'm making a dress, but we are not dealing, on with the upper bodies at the moment. We're just concentrating on the lower bodies, which of course can be referred to as a skirt. What we're doing right now, you can actually use it as a skirt or turn it into a dress. Okay. So if you're first time subscriber on this, if you're first timer on this channel, please kindly do well to subscribe and tap on the bell so you get notification each time we drop a new video. I want to say thank you for stopping by, and thanks for stopping by. And then if you are a returning subscriber, thank you so very much for always coming back. We love and appreciate you. Like I always say again, without you there is no fashion boss. Okay, so we just go straight to the business of the day. Okay, so yeah, I have my fabric already folded out. Okay, just the way we usually fold for our skirts. Okay, into two. So the first thing I'm going to do, since I'm making a dress, I've deducted the upper bodies, the half length, from the dress. Okay, so what we have is the parts of the skirts that is remaining, meaning from the waist area now down to the length of the skirt, wherever you want the skirt to get to. Hope you understand that. Okay, so the next thing for us to do right now, I'm going to be imputing my hip measurements. So if you're making a dress, please, I would like to encourage you that you give me hip to shoulder to hip, shoulder to knee, that you place your tape rule this way, like you can see me do right now. So for instance, if your half length is 16 inches, please do well to place your half length, okay, on your starting line, like you can see me. So half length for this project is 16 inches. So I'm placing 16 inches and not just coming here and marking 8 inches. My friends, it gets why. Okay, so some people will say, if you're making for an average size person, just mark 8. If you're making for a taller person, just do 9 as a hip point. It works. Okay, turn off the lights. It actually works. But to be extremely accurate, guys, you just place your half length, which is 16 inches, on your starting point of the line, which you've already ruled out at the initial, on the upper parts of the pattern you are working with, be it fabric or paper, and then you locate your hip point. I want to believe that by this time you must have measured the client from the shoulder right now, okay, from the shoulder to the hip points, the portrayed parts of your hips. Okay, is it captured? So whatever you've gotten from the hip, the shoulder part to the portrayed part of your hips is what you should impute at this point. So what do we have?
25.5.
25.5. So for this project, what we have is 25.5, but I'm going to do 26. I'm going to add a 0.5 inch to it, because we are going to join it on this part. So that is what that 0.5 is for. So if you count from here now, if you count from this 16 now to this 26, let us count and see what we have. 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9 10. Guys, do you see that you require more than just the regular 8 and the regular 9 inches from your waist to your hip when you're making a dress? So I want to encourage you. On a good, I would have just voiced this video, but when working and you are teaching, you remember a lot of things. It's more beneficiary than when you must have made the entire video and then you go voicing. Okay, so what we are using right now is 10 inches. We wouldn't have known that if we had just marked 8 inches or 9 inches. Do you understand? But because we have the measurement of the person from the shoulder to the hip, and you place your tape on 16 inches, which is half length, it enables you to get the accurate hip measurements. Please know that this is applicable only when you're making a dress. Okay, when you're making a skirt, use your regular 8 or 9 inches. Okay, depending on the length or the height of the person you're working with. So the next thing for us to input right now is the shoulder. The same thing is applicable, shoulder to knee.
40.
So what we have for shoulder to knee is 40 inches. I will make it 45 inches. Okay, sorry, I'll make it 40.5 inches, not 45 inches. Oh, okay. So because we are making a mermaid dress, which of course is going to start first from being an A-line shape. Okay, it's going to start first from being an A-line shape. We are not going to mark it directly on that 40 inches. We are going to come up by 2 or 3 inches. It's actually more beautiful when you came up by 2 or 3 inches. The fitting starts from that area and not exactly on the nail. How be it? It depends on what you also want. You can start from your nail. But if you ask us that are professionals and will stay longer in this game and we have eyes for good outfits, it is best you came up by 2 or 3 inches. Okay, so I'm going to come up by 3 inches, which means I'm going to be using 37.5, guys, instead of 40. Okay, the person really wants it to be extremely snitchy and snatchy. So this is our nail line right now. So after the nail line, we are going to measure the length of the dress. So the length of the dress is 57. Okay, 57. So I'm going to locate my 57, and then I am going to row. So 57, I'm going to add 2 inches for seam allowance, folding allowance. Okay, and then I'm going to go ahead to add another 2 inches so that it flows very well on the floor. Hope you understand, guys. So I have a total of 62. Okay, so I'm going to extend these lines. Okay, after extending this line, we are going to impute our circumferences. So we are going to impute our waist circumference divided by 4, hip circumference divided by 4. That's what I'm going to do right now. Okay, so I'm going to impute my waist circumference divided by 4, my hip circumference divided by 4. That's what I'm doing now. So I've imputed my waist circumference divided by 4, my hip circumference divided by 4. So you will come down to the nail line. So the total of what I have on my hip circumference, same allowance inclusive, is 13 inches. Okay, so I will come down to my nail line because I want it to be very fitted and snatchy. Okay, I'm going to deduct 2 inches. So what I'll be having on my nail line right now will be 11 inches. Okay. So please, you also have to understand the kind of clients you are making this for. Hope you understand. Some people don't actually want theirs to be too snatchy, okay, too fitted. Some are using public transport, some are using private cars. So you have to put all of those into consideration by having a conversation with your clients, okay? But if somebody wants to be very moderate, you just deduct 1 inches instead of 2 inches. Hope you understand that. So then I'm going to connecting from my hip to my knee, from the waist to the hip, okay, and then I will come to the length of the dress, to the length of the pattern, the dress, the skirt, whatever you want to refer it. So I'll come to the length, which is here. I'll make sure, because I want it to have a bit of volume, I'll make sure I have up to 20 inches here. Okay, so I have up to 20 inches. Depends on how much fabric you also have at your disposal and how full and voluminous the client wants it to be. Okay, and then you can either reduce or increase, but 20 inches is just, accurate for a starter. Okay, what I mean by for a starter does not mean that for a beginner of fashion designing. Okay, for starters, 20 inches is fine. Depends on what the client also wants. You can increase it. Depends on the volume of fabric you also have. So this is my 20 inches here right now. Okay, for my A line. So I'm going to connect from I'm going to connect from the nail right now, the nail which is here, down to my 20 inches. So give us the A line shape. Hope you understand. So if you have watched this video up to this point and you've not subscribed, you've not been fair, please kindly tap on the subscription button, okay, and get subscribed. Don't forget that on this channel we upload sewing tutorials and airbag tutorials such as hat making, fascinator making, turban making, auto gele hairbands, and everything a woman can use in adorning their hair. Okay, please kindly subscribe, like this channel, like this video and share this video so that others can as well see it. Okay guys, so this is what we have. An A-line skirt is ready. I'm going to come to this edge, okay, so that it's not too pointy. I'm going to come up by 2 inches, okay, so that we don't have a pointy a, a pointy, funny pointy looking angle around that place. So I came up by 2 inches, and then I'm going to connect it into the hem line, okay. So we are just going to cut this out now and then use it to cut our back panel, which of course that is where we are going to have the cut along goddess or train or mermaid effect, okay. All right guys, so we're about to cut the back panel of this mermaid goddess skirts or dress, okay. So please kindly note that you can also choose to do the kind of goddess where you have to attach the goddess, you know, to your skirt or to your dress, the attachable one. I also have a tutorial video on it in this channel, okay. I'm going to drop the link on the description box below. So if peradventure is the one that you have to attach that you want to make, please watch that video. If it is the cut alongside, you know, as you're cutting the skirt or the dress you want to make, you are covered. We have everything on this channel, okay. You don't have anything to worry about. Okay, so I've placed my front panel. This is my front panel. I had to pin it down so it remains in place for us, okay. And if you notice, I have this part of the fabric. There is an excess part of this fabric, you know, on this side of the fabric or the pattern. So this is the center front of the center front. Please note my words, okay, because sometimes some of these terminologies can actually get some of you confused, okay. So this is the center front, CF, center front of the front panel we just cut. Hope you understand that, okay. And it is the center front line right now that we have placed like this. Do you understand? So what is next for us to do is to get our zippers allowance at the back and then the cut along goddess, tail, mermaid, whatever. And please also notice, because we want it to be really flowing, the red carpet standard, okay. You want it to be flowing. A goddess is not a goddess when it is not flowing, okay. I also have excess fabric, you know, at the down side. This is the length of the actual, this is the actual length of the skirts or the dress we're working with. So I also have excess fabric beneath it because we want it to sweep, to flow, okay. It's beautiful, it's elegant, it's gorgeous, it's glamorous when it flows and not just sitting on your ankle or on your feet. It has to flow, okay, especially at the back parts of it. All right, so I have this SS to the down part, and then I have this SS to the center front part, which of course is now our back panel, the zipper area, okay. So now you want to ask me, hey ma'am, fashion boss, how many inches did you leave out? A lot of us like inches measurement. What I have here is 12.5 inches. Now this is subject to the number or the quantity of fabric you have. You can use beyond 12 inches, 15 inches, depends on how big you want it to be, and the quantity, emphasis, is quantity. Not when a client gives you fabric, that is what you're using for the skirt, you're using for the upper bodies, you're using for the gele, you're using for the, my students, physical students will say gbogbo tigbo. You want to, no, it wouldn't work. You can just do something late, so maybe you can use between 10 inches, depending on the style the person chose. You know, you don't need so much fabric for the upper bodies and all, okay. Hope you understand. Yes, I do. Oh yeah, subscribe, like, share is explicit enough in it, so subscribe, okay. So having said that, we are going to come to the upper side right now so that we take a zipper allowance, okay. So from here right now, which is our regular practice, I'm going to measure 2 inches for my zipper allowance, okay. I make sure that the zipper allowance gets to, this is the knee line we had from the front panel, okay. This is the knee line, this is it, okay. So my zipper allowance is going to get to that 2 inches for zipper allowance, okay. This ruler is 2 inches, that is why I'm just using it straight up instead of using the tape rule, okay. Sometimes some of these pattern masters make life easy and easier for you, okay. So this is where my zipper allowance is getting to. Hope you can see. Okay, it's clear enough. This is my zipper allowance. It's got to my knee area, okay. So but I will want my goddess to start before this my knee area. It's also very beautiful when it starts somewhere beneath your bum bum. Okay, now you get creative with it. You look at the kind of person, the personality of the person you're making the outfit for. All of this, comes into play when doing things like this. Okay, so we've gotten our zipper allowance. So if you want your goddess now to start from this nail, all you need to do, it is very simple, guys. I'm giving how I'm teaching. You don't have anything to worry about. You can always drop your question. I'm trying to rule out, the actual length. Yeah. Drop your question, drop your concerns. If there is a particular style you want me to treat for you, just drop it, on the comment section. Send me a DM, send me WhatsApp messages, guys. I'm here for you. So all you need to do at this point is, this is the actual length of our dress. From this point now, this knee now, you will connect. Okay, you will connect from here now. So this length, which is your actual length, but beyond that, you have to bring it to the next length now, which is the extra you're going to have at the back that is flowing. So what do I have here? Is it true? What do I have here? I have 10.5 inches here. Actually 11, okay, but I'm using 10.5 in case the fabric is not balanced enough. So I use 10.5. But guys, don't forget, you can use below 10 inches. You can use 8 inches, 7 inches. But let me say 6, 7 is just fine, upward. It depends on the number of fabric the clients give to you, and how flowing the client also wants it to be. Okay, all you need is basic ideas. So you can use between 6 inches to 10 inches, right? So if you have extra fabric, you can lengthen it depending on you. Sometimes we don't have the right English to use for these things. English is not our words. It's not our mother's tongue. So you connect from the zipper allowance, like I said. So your next new length now at the back. Do you understand? Yes, you do. So I'm going to do that now. So I said I want mine to start a little before my new line. So I'm just going to come up to, like, let me say 3 inches. Okay, that is where I want it to start from. Okay, so I just come up here to like 3 inches. Okay, this is where I want mine to start from. Okay, so it invariably means that is where my zippers will get to. Okay, my zipper line, our zippers will not get there. Okay, okay, so from this line now I will connect to the back length. So I'll just connect like this, just exactly the way we got our A line. I'll connect like that. So I'll connect like this till I get here. Okay, can you see the line? So I haven't gotten here. So create the flow at the back. We are now going to come to this place. This is where our A line angle ended. Can you relate? Yeah. And then we'll connect from here now with a curve. You can connect with a straight rule from here like this. So this down point, okay? So it's pencil, it's triangular, but I don't want that pencil triangular. I want to give it a bit of volume, fullness around the back. So I will do a bit of curve around there. You just freehand it like that, okay? Like this, you see? So we are cutting like this now. Let me cut so that you will see. So I'm cutting like this. you are making sure that this angle is equal, so that when you are joining, one is not down and one is not up. It must be equal on the side. Okay, so after doing this, we've gotten our extras at the back. Okay, and then you can now go ahead to cut, guys. We are done. Okay, and then the joining shouldn't be a problem. It's just your regular way of joining every other thing, okay, that you've made. Pause it before you do anything. Pause. So we've achieved the A-line side. So we are going to come to the back right now and cut. I will use this now to cut my lining and join. It's not difficult. It's just the same regular way we join every of our stuffs, you know. Okay, so this is it, guys. This is the back side. This is the side A-line. And then we are done. I'm just going to use it to cut my lining and then join. Tricky enough. You just join it the way you join your skirts. Nothing more. I'm going to join this and then I'm going to show us the outcome, okay?
If I search the earth below, if I make my bed in hell, no matter where I go, where can I run from His Spirit? Where can I go from His presence? Even in the deepest depths, no matter where I go, He's there. If I search the heavens high, He's there. If I search the earth below, if I make my bed in hell, no matter where I go, where can I go from His Spirit? Where can I go from His presence? No matter where I go, He's there. No matter where I go, if I search the heavens high, if I search the
Now you didn't put that space for bottom. Because obviously it's not. I will do it. I have a way of putting it after everything.